Good morning! I am getting ready for church. Usually on a Sunday, Joseph and I do our long run. We wake up very early and then we run around the village. This is the week of the race. The race that started all the other races for me. I got introduced to running by different things. I was initially being invited because I was like a jumper, like a jump roper. Though I never really got attracted to running before. I even hated it, no? Why would people subject themselves to something as hard as running? Ngayon ako na yung kumakain ng salita ko. But yeah. Of course, you know, when you get that high, you kind of like fall in love with it. And then injury happened and that kind of halted like a huge chunk of my year went to just minding that injury and getting over that initial hump. I got derailed by so many things. I ended up just asking for a 10K. So I'm just running a 10K. I'm really grateful to my friends who have consistently pulled me through it. My coach also, who kept saying, "De, kaya mo yan, kaya mo yan." Sa kakaganon nila, I'm finally here. I'm actually flying out in about a few days to go to Australia with my firstborn. Our relationship has shifted from like me being the sole person in his life to him idolizing his dad. Things have never been the same. Sometimes I feel like as a mom, secretary niya lang ako. Like, I just tell him, like, his schedule and stuff. I think a lot of moms feel that, right? But it's like a part of maturing. You're not really supposed to be the love of your son's life or your daughter's life. You're supposed to be a parent, and that means to be someone that they can depend on, they can cry on, a safe space, a voice of wisdom in their life, not the only in their lives. That would be reserved for their spouse. Those two things are simultaneously happening to me in this season of my life. I'm rediscovering myself. At the same time, my sons are also discovering themselves apart from me. Sabi ko nga sa isang IG post ko na, finally, after 10 years, I found my me time. But so did he. So if you guys are in this part of the year thinking that parang mali naman yata yung na-sense ko sa beginning of this year, di pa tapos yung taon. Marami pang pwedeng mangyari. I hope you will discover more surprises as the year comes to a close. For now, let me finish my coffee.
I draw like this dinosaur.
Yeah, this is a Triceratops, right?
Yes, and this is
What is that?
a brontosaurus
Brontosaurus, okay.
with the spikes on tail.
Okay.
Philip, the brontosaurus is the spikes on the tail, right? No. Okay.
So are you guys gonna miss each other or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna miss having someone to annoy.
Someone to annoy?
Yeah.
How about you, Mano? What are you gonna miss about Kuya?
I'm gonna miss someone having about annoying, jumping on, and even throwing other things that are soft.
Hey guys! Today is D-Day. Those are our bags in the background. And this is my new blinds.
Where's your book? Where was it before?
It's right below.
Where's your iPad? Where's the switch?
It's over there.
You're bringing the Switch?
Yeah.
Yes? Wow! Oh my gosh, I am going to get so anxious already. I cannot be without you. Manu, come here first. One last hug from Mama before you leave for pancake.
It's spam, but tastes like pancake.
You gonna miss me? Wait. What you gonna do without me?
I'll tell you when you're there.
You just keep updating me, okay? Alright?
Remember I said if I take a picture of something, try to draw it on your iPad.
You'll try to draw it?
No, you.
Me?
And then you send me one thing and I'll try to draw it.
Okay, so I'll take a picture of something and I'll send it to you and you'll try to draw it. Yeah, for me?
Yes, and then I'll take a picture
Of something, you'll send it to me
yes.
and I'll try to draw it. Okay.
is for you. Salmon.
Oh, I still have this for you. Hi everyone, welcome to Sydney. So this is our room. We got in early this morning at like around 6 a.m. Sydney time. I haven't been sleeping like full sleeps in like the last week. Everything was going well until this week again where everything just started falling apart. I don't understand where my body pains are coming from. And I had therapy and release sessions na to let go of like all of those pains and they were released. However, began experiencing pain in my buttocks, so my glutes, like stabbing pain. They would worsen when I walk and now I have like spasms in that area. I have two hunches about it. One is the performeris syndrome. When I do the tests and when I try to match, it really doesn't match. But I stumbled upon that might be the more likely. I have my period. I'm supposed to have it in 4 days, but I actually got it in advance. So this is really not like the best time to be running a race. I mean, I tried to do everything from my end already, and I don't know talaga why everything is just like not falling into the right places. But yeah, so I discovered there is such a thing as butt cramps when you have your period, that you don't just get it in your abdomen. I was talking to Coach Van, one of the people that I'll be with in the Sydney Marathon. Parang it really happens to her pala. So, I mean, like of all times, get my period on the race day. I mean, like on the race block, I get this really bad symptom. How unfair is this for women? Okay, gotta go for now. I'll just have Philip because Philip is so cold. It's so cold here in Australia. You can also keep wearing this on top. This is a warmer, it's a sweatshirt. So you can put this underneath or this also. Yeah. And I am trying to fit my fit for tomorrow because it's gonna be very cold and windy. Buti na lang may decathlon dito. And then I already have this under. And then I have leggings and then shorts. I plan to take them off one by one and try to fit them in my vest as it gets hotter and hotter. I'm planning to put the bib here. By the way, here's the bib. I am still under the 42 kilometers. I really don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. I've tried to plan around it as much as I could. At the end of the day, what happens tomorrow happens tomorrow. So it's already 12:34. Finally, there is an answer for like what distance I am running. It has been such a mentally exhausting weekend for me. And then I saw this shirt. I was given this shirt by DTE Endurance. It's a finisher shirt. And I said, I have no right to wear this shirt, even if I've gone as far as 35 kilometers but have not finished the 42K, because the point is I didn't finish. Whereas if I went with a 4.2K, even if it's like, you know, such a finishable distance, the point is still to finish. I wanted to choose that narrative. Like the bigger win for me is to go for the finish line of the 4.2 and also to see my son finish it. In the beginning, it was just me. But when my son joined, it became a different story. I'm a runner, but I'm also a mom. And the past few days that I've been with him, it'll really be more special if I was there around him at the finish line, at least to see him. So now I can sleep in peace. Good night, guys.
Oh, yes. We're walking to the starting line of the 4.2K, the mini marathon of the Sydney Marathon. And we are already so challenged as Pinoy. Nalamig. Oh, Philip. You okay? We are already here at the starting line of Wave A mini marathon. Philip is at B with Jess, our friend from here. Okay, we're moving. All right, we're moving. Ito na! Malapit na! I'm so nervous.
Getting ready.
Yung kaba ko. May build up eh. Hey guys, we're back from the race. Where's our medals? Ta-da! I ended up doing the 4.2K and I still have a very cutesy medal. Do you notice that it has the opera?
Yeah, it does.
How was it, Philip?
Great. Exhausting, cold, and windy.
But all in all, did you still feel good when you passed the finish line?
Yes.
I, on the other hand, had such a good time. There were parts talaga I felt like giving up. Hindi ako gumigive up dun sa run. Gumigive up ako dun sa lamig. Kasi parang, hindi lang siya malamig, meron pa siyang isang bagsak ng hangin na ganyan. Na parang, as in to the point na natatanggal yung cap ko. Ganon. I had to hold on to my cap or remove it so it doesn't fly away. We're done with what we went here for. The work is over. Now the fun starts. House of my friend here in Sydney. We are gonna sleep here for the next 3 days because tipid. Today, what we did was like hop on and hop off. So, stopped by Australian Museum, went to the Royal Botanical Gardens. We stopped by Central Station. Ito yung mga nabili ko for only 10 Australian dollars. B for Bonifacio. Diba ang cute? Lalagay mo sa ibabaw. Siyempre ito, parang 370 pesos lang yun. Kasi si Manny, into drawing. Parang gusto ko lang siya bigyan ng sarili ng set ng markers. Sa totoo lang, marami na kaming markers sa bahay. Pero parang, iba kasi pag niregalo mo na sobrang maganda yung packaging and all ganyan. So there is such a thing called spa headband pala. Naartehan lang ako. Sabi ko, gusto ko to. Queen. Anyway, so we're gonna sleep tonight in this house. More adventures tomorrow. Hey you guys, good morning. We are here in our friend's house. So today we're gonna go to Bondi and Sydney Opera House. So we're getting ready. Philip's a little bit sniffly, coffee, ganyan. Approaching Bondi. Beautiful Bondi. This is perfect actually. Now look at that. That's where we were racing. Not everyone gets to do that, Philip. Right, we're going to a museum today. I just want to cap this vlog off with just how wonderful Australia has been. Well, for one, I've been to Australia a couple of times, but I don't think I fell in love with her the way that I fell in love with her in this trip. You fall in love with something because of the frame of your mind in that specific moment. And we all change. We all become different people as we get older, as we move on with life, as experiences come and pile up in our hearts and our minds. The trip was really a life changer for me. I was invited to participate in it, and I couldn't commit to like the marathon itself. The company was very considerate to say that even if you just go 10k, it's alright. So I said 10k is like an easier thing to aim for. And this is like what, more than a year ago. And the reason why I call it life-changing for me is because if not for this race, I wouldn't have pushed through. It's more in my nature to give up than to be aggressive for something that is mine. And when you realize much about running, you also realize so much about yourself. It's really a self-discovery thing. You just have to be very, very honest with what you have. Even if I didn't get to run the 42 or the 10, even if I went all the way 8 hours away on plane for only a 4.2 kilometer run, I still am very grateful. My heart and mind and body went as far, it seems like, as a 42 because of everything that I have learned. I have practiced one act of self-love, and that's a huge thing. I was there with Philip. I brought Philip because I asked him if he wanted to like race. When we got there, the whole weather just shocked the two of us. He was in clear distress about the weather. It wasn't making the trip any favorable to him. And this is the thing. I was originally registered at the 42, a 4.2, because I had myself removed from the 42, downgraded to the 4.2. And so I had the 4.2 bib. And last minute, I also felt like, sige, I should just do the 42 because, you know, I was like talking to these people, mga kasama ko na runners talaga. Sabi na, you can walk it. And I just want to see how far it takes me. I don't have any pride whatsoever in having like a faster time or like finishing before 7 hours. For me, what was important is to finish, and if I don't, I also don't have any problems with that. But the night before, when we were trying to prepare, and I was telling Philip that, okay, so this is what you should wear, let's practice, this is what you're gonna put, and blah blah blah, da 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 da. And as I was covering him up, I couldn't. You know, I'm a runner, but also I still am more of a mother. I couldn't leave him. I said, this guy is going to get really, really upset about how cold it is going to be in the morning, and I'm not gonna be there. He might feel like I've abandoned him or something. So sabi ko, why do I risk that pa, feeling abandoned, versus me just abandoning my own desire for the moment? I knew it was the right decision. I can always do my 10Ks and 42Ks somewhere else in the world some other time. That's not gonna go away. I mean, I could do it the next day if I wanted to. But I cannot not be with him in that moment, because that's the one and only moment that he's gonna feel that way, specifically that way in Sydney in a race. After that, something happened that just made it extra painful a decision. He was just having such a bad time with the weather. Like, he didn't have enough time to acclimatize and to just regulate himself in the midst of like a new country. I'm not with my complete family, in the middle of everything. He just says that, when are we going home? And I said, oh, it's gonna be through Thursday. It's like 3 days from now. After some time, he just blurted it out that I'm gonna be happy in 3 days. And I'm like, okay.
Of course, no matter how much you say to yourself that you're not going to take it personally, it just hurt me. Also, at the same time, I really understood the discomfort of just like being outside of your comfort zone and not expecting an out of the country trip to be this way. To me, it just felt like I sacrificed my personal desire to be with you, but you're still not happy. Of course, that's like a normal feeling. I understood more of where he is in life and where I am. And it's really that point where it forks and he's taking this way and I'm taking that way. Not that we're separating, but it's just like he's discovering things that he likes and he does not like versus how he was when he was like much younger. People change. I think maybe that's the summary of this vlog. He's becoming more of himself. And I'm trying to find my way back to who I was while also understanding that there's a lot more that I can be. Putting myself and my wants and desires first is actually not only a good thing for me, but it might be just a good thing for my kids too. They increasingly need that space away from me. Sydney, this is what you've done to me. And so maybe, who knows, I can see you again next year and get that 42. A time and a place for everything. Thanks for watching this vlog and I will see you next time. Bye. Can you ride there?
Yeah.
Umabot tuloy tayo sa kotse.
Gray or red?